My message is to work really hard. And if you're a cinematographer, I would say try to collaborate with the director and always think and believe that the director is the author of the movie. And that's the way you're going to be able to do a better job.
We're down here at 3, and then I'll go to 1:15.
Right here. Congratulations,
Thank
Tanya
you
Hart,
so
American Urban Radio Networks. Two
Thank
in a
you.
row. Talking about hard work, how hard was it keeping all of those shots going constantly, and what kind of pressure did it put on the actors?
This was probably the hardest movie I've ever worked on. And it was really hard because exactly what you mentioned. The shots were very, very long, and we were not doing coverage. So everybody had to do their best every time and not mess it up. And I think that brought an energy to the movie that otherwise the movie would not have. And I think that stress and that need for concentration made the acting so powerful, and the camera and everything in the movie so, to my humble opinion, it's so powerful because of that. And that's something that Alejandro wanted to do since he wrote the script. He was very, he really wanted the movie to be in one shot or appear to be in one shot, and he didn't want to do any coverage because he knew that that was a way to immerse the audience in the movie, in the story, much deeper than any other, any other way we could have shot the movie. And also, it would make the actors do their best every time because they are used to, usually we shoot movies with coverage and we do a wide shot and the actors give only 70%. And then when they do their close-ups, they do 100%. But this time they knew the shots were going to be in the movie, so they had to go for the whole thing. But you should talk to them, That's what I think.
We're going to 1:15 and then 2:58.
Hola, Emanuel, ¿cómo estás? Mario Gómez del show de Raúl Brindis. Qué gusto saludarte. Primero que nada,
Gracias.
los mexicanos estamos muy orgullosos de ti.
Muchas
es el segundo Oscar consecutivo y creo que le das alegría a un país que la necesita mucho.
Muchas
y bueno,
gracias.
nada más la pregunta es, ¿cuál fue tu reacción cuando Alejandro te explicó lo que tenías que hacer en Birdman? Porque es gran responsabilidad tuya. Now I have to say in English. What do you think it's? What was your first reaction when Alejandro González Iñárritu showed you the script and the challenge you had with Birdman?
Well, the first time he talked about the movie, he said he wanted to do a movie in one shot before I read the script. And at that moment, I truly, honestly thought, I hope he doesn't offer me this movie. I'm not interested. It sounds like a nightmare. And then when he brought the script and talked about the characters and why it had to be one shot, he captivated me, and I truly wanted to do the movie. And it was really, really complex, very hard. We had to, there's no book that says how to do it. It was like an experiment. And I have to say that it's because he's a very strong, very curious, very, very, very curious artist. We went through the process and made this movie happen.
We're going to 2:58, and then we'll come back to 13.
Emmanuel, I'm here. Hello, I'm Sergio from the newspaper Hoy.
How are you?
Hi. So you've been talking a lot about the challenges of doing this movie, but actually, with Cuarón, always you try trying with very long takes and everything.
Yeah.
This is like an extension of that kind of experiment. So it's just like you mentioned that you work for a director, but you have a certain visual style. And the question is, of course, it was a challenge of prolonging that, but then at the same time, what's next? I mean, you need to find other ways to just explore in visual terms your
No,
challenge,
you're right. I mean, every movie has to be told in a different way. Whatever is good for the script, whatever is good for the story, whatever is good for the director. And this just happened to be what Alejandro wanted to do, and the way he wanted to tell the story, and the way he wanted to immerse the people into this emotional journey of Regan Thompson. And I went for it. But usually the style doesn't come from me. It comes from the script, from the directors, from you know, the locations where you shoot, etc. But mostly from what the directors need to tell their story. The cinematographer's job is really to help them translate their ideas into images, and that's what I try to do. So I don't know if I'll ever, you know, if I will ever try something like this again. It will depend on what the director wants and what the script needs. Yeah. A ti.
We're coming over here to 13, and then we have to end it with 162.
Emanuel, un
Yeah.
placer. Te pediría, por favor, si me puedes contestar en español.
Sí.
If you could answer me in Spanish, please.
Okay.
¿Cómo te sientes ahorita, un segundo Oscar consecutivo? ¿Cuál es tu mensaje a todos los latinos que se están viendo y sueñan con tener una posición como tú lo estás teniendo ahorita?
Bueno, me siento, es un gran honor estar aquí y un gran honor recibir este Oscar de la Academia, especialmente en esta película que era un experimento y que no sabíamos si iba a resultar, no sabíamos si la película iba a funcionar, y poco a poco la película tuvo una vida increíble en donde el público fue a verla al cine y los críticos escribieron muy buenas reviews sobre la película, y ahora la academia y la gente con la que trabajamos pues de alguna manera nos dice que lo que hicimos está bien, y es un sentimiento pues muy entrañable. Lo que le diría a todos los cineastas del mundo es que trabajen muy duro y que trabajen para hacer la mejor película y no por el dinero, no por cosas externas a lo que los proyectos son.
And we're going to end it with 162.
Alejandro was saying on the red carpet that he was hoping that some Mexicans win today because Mexico is in need of good news because it's going through violent times right now.
Yeah.
How do you feel about
No,
giving
I-
so much joy to Mexico?
Yeah, if I give joy to Mexico, I will be very honored. I don't know if I really give joy to a whole country. The situation in Mexico is very dire, and we would need to go to another place to talk about that. But if this movie can give any joy to any audience, that would be the best achievement.